What's going on YouTube? It's Bandwagonbam here reacting to the Battle for Tulse Hill. LTH versus UTH. So Lower Tulse Hill, Upper Tulse Hill. Yeah man, we're gonna go get into this one. I'm excited to see this because even though they're so close to the ends, I always get these two sides mixed up. And I lived on these ends, literally. Like inside Tulse Hill. So and I still get mixed up, so like it's gonna be lit. Where you been, my boy? Bro, my internet's been down, that's why I haven't been uploading. So you lot allow me. I can't control the internet. Like, I can't.
Lambeth is located.
Oh, this was done by ukdrillplug. See, we've been subscribed because his content's lit, so you lot will do it too.
In South London, the borough is home to around.
Wait, what the hell's that? That's not the end.
The London borough of Lambeth is located.
What's S Walk? What's S Walk? Hey, what is S Walk? I don't even know where that is, bro.
Located within South London, the borough is home to around 328,000 residents. Lambeth has also been ranked within the top 10 most dangerous boroughs within London. The overall crime rate in 2023 was 132 crimes per 1,000 people. This was 26% higher than London's crime rate being 105 crimes per 1,000 people. Now, due to the high crime rate within Lambeth, this then results in gangs being very present with.
But like, Lambeth, well for me, Lambeth and Southwark is London. Like, I know everything's London, yeah, but like, I think Southwark and Lambeth is like South London, bro, for real. Even though it still extends into Lewisham and that, but yeah.
With Lambeth having many different gangs that have deadly rivalries within the borough, within Lambeth lies a district named Tulse Hill. In recent years, Tulse Hill would see a deadly gang war, with the area being split into two sections that violently beef each other. These being Upper Tulse Hill and Lower Tulse Hill.
These are actually cool that my man does it like this.
These two areas has gotten so bad that people living within each area would basically be forced into beefing each other. Now, LTH, or Lower Tulse Hill, is a large street gang based around the Tulse Hill estate within the SW2 postcode, whilst Upper Tulse Hill is based around the St. Martin's estate. They are also based within the SW2 postcode. During the 1990s, Tulse Hill gang members would mostly be affiliated with Brixton gangs like PDC. However, in the early 2000s, Tulse Hill gang members would begin to go by Tulse Hill Mandem. They would also go by T-Block. Around 2008, a younger generation based on the Tulse Hill estate would emerge. They would go by TN1 or Trust No One and Tell No One.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, TN1. So wait, when was that? See, I'm not going to know about the 90s, bro. I was a baby.
Tulse Hill estate would emerge. They would go by TN1 or Trust No One. Generation based on the Tulse Hill estate would emerge. They would go by TN1 or Trust No One and Tell No One. This generation was known to be deadly. During this time, TN1 had a deadly beef with nearby Gas Gang and were affiliated with BHB and PYG. In recent years, both gangs have split into two gang and were affiliated with BHB and PYG. In recent years, both gangs have split into two sub-gangs that now have heavy beef with each other. But you may be curious as to why they have beef. Now, originally both gangs would be affiliated under the Tulse Hill Mandem, with the Tulse Hill Mandem being spread throughout the Tulse Hill estate and the St. Martin's estate.
Which means these men grew up together, you know. So like, in their teens, they was all friends. And then now they're in like, their late 20s, 30s. Now they're ops. Crazy.
During the early 2010s, a 15-year-old member of TN1 named Lil Zach would actually be killed by Gas Gang members. This would take place in July 2010, when 4 Gas Gang members would.
Hey, you lot, how old was you lot in 2010? How old was you lot? I think I was like 12, 13. How old was you lot? 2, what? I said 2.
Ride out looking for rivals. They would spot Lil Zach at school. Zach
would
begin to run within the school after noticing the group. However, he would only make it around 130 meters before he would be stabbed 4 times.
2 and 3. What? You man are 10 years younger than me. That is crazy. So that means you man are like 14 now or something crazy.
By the rivals. 2 of these wounds would puncture his heart, and sadly, he would be pronounced dead moments later. Following the death of Lil Zach, members within the TN1 gang would be divided. However, it wouldn't be until around 2013 that further tension would occur, resulting in 2 subsets being created, these being LTH or Lower Tulse Hill, who were predominantly youngers, and UTH or Upper Tulse Hill, who were mostly olders. However, they do have some youngers. LTH nowadays is allied with 6'7", 5'5", and 4'17".
Yeah. they would have like similar ops type thing.
Whilst UTH is allied with 150 and 410, previously a part of Gas Gang, they are also allied with Claptown or CT. However, it would be around 2013 that LTH would actually go by 861 or 86. This stood for TN1 when typed onto a trap phone, and during the time when drill was heavily being popularized by 6-7, these guys would actually also be making their own waves within the scene. Songs like Formation and Hands On would both gain a lot of attention within the scene. Both of these songs sit at around 3 million views. However, just as fast as they rose within the drill scene, they would fall, as they would seemingly stop dropping songs and wouldn't be heard from again. With the 8-6 name dying out, and a new set of youngers starting to rep Tulse Hill, these youngers going by LTH, or Lower Tulse Hill, which has become very prominent within the scene nowadays, with rappers from this gang going on to gain millions of views. Prominent members of LTH include C1, G41, and DT, whilst prominent members of UTH include Mayhem, Smokey Jack, and Shuds. During 2000...
Hey, what happened to Mayhem? What happened to him? He used to be slapping out bangers.
11. Following the death of Lil Zach, 2 other members associated with the TN1 gang would be killed. This included a member named Ziggy, who would be linked to 6-7, TN1, and 8-6.
I'm not gonna lie to you lot, yeah, I know a lot about this bit, yeah, just because, like, this all came on in my school assembly type thing. Like, you know when they're trying to drift you lot off away from the gang thing, and then they're using all of this as examples and that. It's mad.
However, he would sadly be shot dead in 2011. The other member would be a member named Nana, who was a TN1 or 8-6 member that would be shot in a drive-by shooting around 2011. Rest in peace, Ziggy and Nana. However, for simplicity's sake, I'll only really be talking about the younger generations of these gangs, being LTH and UTH. Now, the beef between Lower Tulse and Upper Tulse has been dangerous from the start. Around February 2016, an alleged member of UTH would jump off a bike and shoot towards rivals, who were thought to have been Lower Tulse Hill members. This entire situation would be caught on nearby CCTV, with it showing the attacker jumping off a bike and running towards the members shooting at them. Luckily, it seemed no one was injured. However, this was one of the
bait main road, and Americans think UK niggas out of guns. Crazy. Man was damn.
A bike and running towards the members shooting at them. Luckily, it seemed no one was injured. However, this was one of the first instances of the gangs having a rivalry, with the new younger generation beginning to get active with
allegedly.
This generation of LTH was affiliated with nearby 6-7, 4-1-7, and 5-5, or GID, with 5-5 or GID becoming very involved in the beef between LTH and UTH. It would be around the beginning of 2017 that a young LTH member would actually begin to rap.
Hey, what does GID stand for? What's GID stand for?
This being C1, who would drop a song in August 2017 titled Look What Tulse Done. This song would gain a lot of attention, with it currently sitting on around 560,000 views. However, C1 wouldn't stop there, and later in December 2017 he would drop a song titled Life I Live, which would also gain a lot of attention, currently sitting on...
I think majority of the drill rappers have got a song called Life I Live.
734,000 views. During
C1 was popping.
A 17-year-old low-key member of 5-5 or GID named YK would actually be spotted in music videos. He would be seen in a Mitchum music video titled Slide and Lurk. He would be close with gangs like 6-7, Mitchum, 4-1-7, and LTH due to his involvement with the 5-5 or GID gang, which was affiliated with the gangs. However, YK would sadly become a victim to the street life, with one of the bloodiest days occurring within the beef. It would be on the last day of 2017 that 2 members involved in the beef would be killed, with these members even being dissed today by UTH members. On the 31st of December 2017, a member affiliated with the gang 5-5 or GID, based around multiple estates within the Streatham area. This member was named YK.
As a Streatham, not even Streatham.
He would have a rivalry with UTH, 410 and 150. However, he would be closely affiliated with gangs like 6-7, LTH, and Mitchum. Anyways, YK would be traveling on the top floor of a bus with his friends within Tulse Hill. He would spot UTH members and would seemingly act aggressive towards them. As the 3 UTH members boarded the bus, they would make their way to the upper floor of the bus and would spot YK. The 3 UTH members would exit the bus in a pursuit to get away from YK and his friends. However, YK would soon follow out of the bus. 2 of the UTH members would run into a convenience store. However, YK would flash a knife he had on him at the time to the UTH member. The UTH member would then retrieve a knife he had and would stab YK once in the chest. This wound would pierce YK's heart. Following this...
So what? Would that be class of self-defense then? Would that be class of self-defense? Like in the eyes of the law? Even though we didn't business about the law. What? Because They had an incident on the bus, and then my man chased him into a shop. Why would that not be class of self-defense? If somebody chases you with a knife, yeah. If somebody chases you with a knife, and then you back out a knife now, in a store, wouldn't that be class of self-defense? I don't know.
The members would flee, leaving YK to die. Shortly after the attack, police and paramedics would arrive on the scene. However, he would sadly be pronounced dead moments later. With a murder investigation being launched, this would see a few arrests taking place. However, in 2021, a teen would be arrested and charged on the same day, this being Shocks from UTH. However, I couldn't find if he was found guilty. What I do know is that he claimed self-defense and would actually find himself.
I told you, like that. A nigga's gonna claim self-defense, bro.
Wrapped up in another case months earlier, after police would find him in possession of over 20 knives. Rest in peace, YK.
This guy's a fit. No, yeah, but
months earlier, after police would find him in possession of over 20 knives. Rest in peace, YK. Following the death of YK.
So wait, he could have busted it, type saying, under the Self-Defense Act, and he ended up continuing doing his thing with knives.
A tribute song would be uploaded in 2019, this being from a rapper named YL. The song was titled Rest in Peace YK, and was a direct tribute song. This song is quite unknown, with it only having 3,000 views.
I didn't know
However, it shows that YK was a loved member and would be remembered by many different members. However, the violence wouldn't stop there, and on the same day that YK died, another member affiliated with LTH would actually be killed. Around 2017, a member of LTH named Shaq would get close with a member of AP named Ghost, which was based within Enfield, North London. Anyways, Shaq would be given Ghost's drug line.
See, stuff like that confuses me, yeah? Or like, why do you even have friends all the way over there? Cause like, before what I knew of members, their only friends was niggas on the block. Like, so example, if you're from Peckham, you only know Peckham niggas, or if you're from Brixton, you only know Brixton niggas. Like, it was so rare to see them like crossbreed, especially in South. Like, even normal people in South here, they don't really go north, east, or west.
However, Shaq would begin to see that the drug line made loads of money, so when Ghost asked for the line back, Shaq would refuse to give back the drug line due to how much money it made him. Ghost would plan to attack Shaq, and on the 31st of December 2017, Shaq would be lured to a bando within Enfield. However, what Shaq didn't know was that Ghost and other members would be waiting to attack him and retrieve their drug line. When Shaq would get to the bando, he would begin to trap inside the house. However, moments later, 3 members including Ghost would storm the house and would ask Shaq for the drug line phone back. Shaq would refuse, and a fight would ensue within the house. Following this, Shaq would be punched many times. He would also be stabbed in the chest. The attackers would steal the phone back as well as cash on the scene, and bags of drugs. Police and emergency services would arrive on the scene moments later, following a disturbance in the flat.
No, this is peak.
Airlifted
this is
and
crazy.
Flown to an East London hospital. However, he would be pronounced dead moments later. Following this, a murder investigation would be launched. This saw no arrests made within the first few days, until the 8th of January 2018, when Ghost would actually hand himself into police at Wood Green Police Station. A trial would take place with Ghost being charged for the murder. He would be sentenced to life for the murder, and would be handed 21 years in jail.
See, now nobody's got that line. Nobody's got that line. And now they know this, like, the rough area that, like, you went operating. So it was just a waste. It was a waste. But better niggas don't think, like, long term anyway. Like they crash out right then and there. Was it worth a phone call? Bro, to be honest, if you want to get your line back, you can literally call up Leica, example, and get your phone number back. And that's how, like, people intercept it.
Rest in peace, Shaq. Following the death of Shaq, members in LTH would begin to get active in the music scene, with C1 dropping some real UK drill bangers. This included a song titled Slums, which was released in March 2018 and currently sits on 1 million views. Another song was released following this, in April 2018, titled Do It Again. This would blow up and currently sits on 1.8 million views. However, these numbers wouldn't compare to his next release being a song titled Hide and Seek, which would instantly blow up and currently sits on 14 million views Booze. This song would also become popular on TikTok in recent years. This put LTH on the map around this time, and during this time a younger member of LTH would start to appear within music videos and would even rap alongside C1, this being a 16-year-old named JSav, who would even feature on a Next Up freestyle alongside C1. However, by the time this song would release, sadly JSav would have become victim to the streets, with JSav still being remembered today. On the 5th of November 2018, JSav would be standing around Greenleaf Close within...
What video are you watching? We're watching the Battle for Tulse Hill, LTH versus UTH.
Tulse Hill. At around 11 p.m., he would be waiting for his parents to pick him up when two cars that contained opposition members from the 150 gang, which has become very well known in the drill scene in recent years. Anyways, two cars would approach JSav. The rival members would decamp the car and would attack JSav. The members would draw knives and would stab JSav multiple times. They would flee the scene following the attack, with JSav's stomach even being left open. The saddest part about this incident was that JSav's mum would witness the incident. She would phone police. However, sadly, JSav would die in her arms moments later. Following the attack, a murder investigation would be launched. This investigation originally saw 4 people arrested. However, until this day, no one would be charged or found guilty for the death of JSav. Rest in peace, JSav. JSav
that is crazy. Like, and that's why I like the gang things game, man, because like, yeah, you yourself can be a bad boy outside. You yourself can be on job. You could want a gangbang, but when your life is getting taken in front of like your parents, your siblings, it's just like, bro, was it worth it? If you got no family, no siblings, no nothing, then yeah, be the craziest man outside, bro. Like, bro, that is heartache, you know. Like, already knowing your son dies by a knife or a gun is really crazy, but seeing it, like, nah, man, that's traumatic.
Member of LTH, with him even having a few unreleased tracks. However, due to him being closely affiliated with the LTH gang, he would become target to rivals and would sadly lose his life before he could see the potential in his music. 150 and UTH would disrespect JSav a lot following this incident, with popular rapper M24 often referencing the incident. Following the death of JSav, images would circulate the internet showing JSav chilling with other LTH members like C1 and Caps. This just shows how prominent he was at his young age. Rest in peace. It would be around 2017 and 18 that an alliance would become more prominent within South London, this being the Hillside Alliance, which was an alliance of gangs that would ride out together, often catching ops from another alliance, being the Gas Alliance. The Hillside Alliance would consist of the gangs Cuckoo, 6-7, 417, Team Raw, LTH, 5-5, or GID, and would be named Hillside, due to LTH being based in Lower Tulse Hill, and 6-7 being based within Brixton Hill, whilst the Gas Alliance consists of the gangs 410, 150, CMG, Claptown, CT, Wano, TOG, UTH, 37, and RSG. This is often why we see LTH and 6-7 members riding out together onto opposition territories like UTH and 150. It would be around 2019 and 2020 that more youngers would start getting active on each side. LTH members would allegedly be applying pressure to UTH around 2019 and 20, with a UTH member even being stabbed by an LTH member and having to be airlifted. However, luckily this member would survive. 6-7 members would also be chilling with LTH loads, and around this time a member of UTH named Reckless would be spotted by 6-7 and LTH members. The members would stab Reckless in his lung, leaving him to bleed out. He would actually die on the scene. However, luckily, paramedics would be able to bring him back to life. However, sadly...
Hey, paramedics, man. Hey, they're saving the young niggas outside.
Only months later, in March 2019, Reckless would sadly become victim to the streets, with him even being heavily disrespected even until this day. On the 27th of March 2019, a member of UTH named Reckless would be lured to a block of flats by a Squeeze section member named K-Squeeze. He would lead Reckless to the flats, as Reckless owed him £10,000 following a drug debt. Once Reckless would reach the flat, he would be lured...
That's like, man them. I can't tell you not to... No, I can't make you not hit the roads, but just don't... Like, how can I say it? If you don't want to pay for something, yeah, or if you don't have it, just don't take it, bro. Just wait, because that's how the debts rack up. I remember, even the law, yeah, they'll come in your house, take all your things if you don't pay your debt. So these roadmen, they don't care, like, yeah.
to a balcony, where he would be shot multiple times in the chest and head. Following this, the attackers would flee, and police and emergency services would arrive on the scene. However, Reckless would sadly be pronounced dead moments later, with another murder investigation being launched. This investigation saw the arrest of K Squeeze. However, police would still be looking for another suspect, this being the shooter of Reckless. However, police would never find the shooter, and would charge K Squeeze for the murder. As he lured him to the flats to die, K Squeeze would receive a life sentence with a minimum of 34 years, even though he didn't shoot Reckless. Whilst it's not 100% known who killed Reckless, what is alleged is that it was a 5-5 or GID member. However, a lot of people speculate 6-7 had something to do with it, due to how much they mention him.
I said you didn't even kill him, but you got 34 years.
6-7 song, with disses towards Reckless being very popular. An example of this would be when PR said,
I didn't even know we did more than 34 years. I thought the highest we got that was like 25 on a rare occasion, maybe 26 or 27.
Ad would rap saying, "It's a reckless world. Corn in his chest, now it's Reckless's world." However, until someone has been charged with the shooting of Reckless, we will never know. Rest in peace, Reckless. Now, since the death of Reckless, the beef between UTH and LTH has continued, with multiple acts of violence playing out between the gangs, with shootings and stabbings becoming very common, with it even being alleged 2 members of the UTH gang would be airlifted by an air ambulance following a stabbing around this time. However, a lot of these stabbings and shootings wouldn't be reported within the news, but instead in the music made by both gangs. It would be around 2020 that a younger set of 6-7 would begin rapping. This included rappers PR Sad, who would drop One Wish, and has even been a part of the war since around 2015, and Dope Smoke, who would drop a UK drill banger titled Threat to Life. Both of these rappers would be cold from the start, and have now grown a strong fan base. Now,
yeah, they're both cold. They're both cold at rapping. They're both cold at rapping. They both got rapping in the headlock.
Now, around 2021, C1 from LTH would still be continuing with his rapping career, with him even bringing on other members of LTH. This included a member called Slims. However, LTH wouldn't be the only ones starting to make music. A member of UTH named Shuds would actually drop a cold song titled Doughboy, where he would diss LTH, GID, and other rival gangs. Shuds is actually a seriously cold rapper. During 2021, 410 members and UTH members would actually link up and drop a hard song titled Rizla. This was an insanely rude song, with every opposition member being dissed. Now, during 2021, a member of UTH would sadly die. However, this was not due to the streets. Now, on the 31st of October 2021, a member of UTH named Timmy, or T1, would sadly die from a heart attack, with it being alleged he died due to Smart Whip, with members of UTH instantly starting to pay their respects to him. He died due to Smart Whip, with members of UTH instantly starting to pay their respects to him following his death. A member of UTH named Shuds would actually get Timmy's name on a hoodie he wore, with people in the comments paying respects to Timmy by dropping comments like Timmy's World Forever and Timmy's Hill. Another member of UTH named Smokey Jack would also—
I thought it was violating it at first. I was like, no way.
Drop a preview to a song titled Dumb and Dangerous, with the caption of the post quoting, "Long live Timmy Hill," had the on blast. However, LTH members and 6-7 members would basically see this as another win, and would be dissing Timmy so much, with these rappers starting to incorporate Timmy within their bars. Recently, a member of 6-7 named Dope Smoke would drop an entire song dedicated to dissing Timmy, this being titled Smoking Kills, with him rapping, "Thank God, I put down the Smart Whip." Prime example is T1's death. Another member of LTH named G41 would also go live recently with 6-7 members like Dope Smoke, with them doing balloons and shouting Timmy. They would also pin a comment that said T-Whip, insulting Timmy as he allegedly died from Smart Whip. However, G4—
Do you know what's so dumb, yeah? UK drill niggas are evil, but they're smart with their words. So it'd be like a grown person wouldn't think of that. But because they're trying to actively like hurt whoever hears it, yeah, their mind's just somewhere else. Nah.
41 would take it a step further and would drop a song titled EBK, and in the music video to the song, he would rap in front of a Smart Whip canister, acting as if it was a mic.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember that, but I was confused, and then I remember seeing comments, people saying like, oh, like this was the reason type of thing, but yeah. So I'm saying, drill niggas are evil, bro.
This just shows the hatred both gangs have for each other. However, Smart Whip canister, acting as if it was a mic. This just shows the hatred both gangs have for each other. However, my condolences go to Timmy's friends and family.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Timmy. Since the death of Timmy, the gang war in South London has exploded, with members of LTH and 6-7 being heavily allied. At the beginning of 2022, C1 would drop a UK drill anthem titled Tulse Hill Tour. This song and music video had serious 2017 drill vibes, with fans starting to point out the potential in C1. During 2022, C1 would actually be quite consistent within the drill scene, with him dropping songs like Simon Says with from one side and Hillside Demons with LD from 6-7. Both of these songs were seriously hard and currently sit on around 400,000 views. However, C1 wouldn't be the only rapper seriously popping at this time. Around the end of 2021, Dope Smoke from 6-7 would drop a part 2 to his previously disrespectful tune titled No Filter. The chorus of this song would once again feature the rude bar from the previous song.
Yeah, I haven't reacted to that yet.
Hill Utes. The Upper Tulse Utes don't score no points. He would then follow this bar up with a list of dead ops followed by Got Put in a Joint. Around October 2022, a song would be uploaded to Press Play Media. This song would be titled A-Team and would feature 3 new members from the LTH group. The members on this song would include Slims, Bonzum, DT, and G41. This song is seriously underrated, with comments starting to point out how hard the other members were. However, both of the members wouldn't be that active until around 2023, when DT would drop a cold song with a 6-7 member named Brooka. This song would be titled Never Made It Far and would be seriously cold. However, following this song being released, DT would actually be arrested. Whilst DT was in jail, G41 would drop a track titled EBK, which was seriously rude and dissed loads of rivals. This song would gain G41 a lot of attention. At the start of August 2023, a member from Stockwell named C Figures would link up with G41 and Dope Smoke. These rappers would drop a seriously hard song titled Feel Like, which is one of G41's most viewed songs, and to say this song was cold would be an understatement. However, it would only be days later on the 18th of August that DT would be fresh home from jail. Following his release, he would drop a seriously hard song titled Family Guy, which had some very disrespectful bars. This would gain a lot of attention, with it currently sitting on 145,000 views. It would also be around December 2023 that C1 would diss another member of LTH on Snapchat, this member being MA, who was also a LTH member. He would also post talking about another member of LTH named MJ, who would allegedly snitch. Following this, tension within the LTH gang would begin to arise, and recently we would see it escalate. Recently, the in-house tension between LTH would actually escalate when G41 would call out C1 on his story, with him writing, "Need to take LTH out their name cause is not gang. Man are releasing songs and they're not comfy in the hood. Don't make sense." C1 would respond to G41 on his Snap story, stating, "Please be safe with no motion hating at an all-time high right now. And the calmer you are, the clearer you think. Move with strategy, not emotion." Following this back and forth, DT and G41 would unfollow C1 on Instagram. So I imagine there is tension between LTH members, and I hope this doesn't escalate to a full-on...
Yeah, man. What is the probability of it really being a war between them? Not like they might see each other and beat up each other type thing. Like they're supposed to be friends / brothers.
Beef, as all of the rappers involved are seriously hard. However, a lot of these rappers lack consistency to blow. If you have learned anything from this video, make sure that it's to stay out of the streets, as this life really only
tell him
leads
UK
to
drill
either
plug,
jail or
let him
death,
know.
and I hope that the rappers I included within this video can find a way out. However, due to them being inconsistent and focusing on the streets, they are...
But listen, you lot, that's why South niggas are gonna be broke, yeah? Let me tell you why. Because all of these men are called out rapping. And to my knowledge, they don't have like a group song, like I'm saying, with everybody on it. A banger group song with everybody on it. To my knowledge, they don't have that. That's why OFB done so well, because like nobody was beefing each other, nobody was trying to outshine each other. Everybody was just playing the positions at all. Now they're all breaded, they're all famous, type thing. Only the streets caught up to them by their ops, but not in-house beef. If that makes sense. So man, them. Mend what you gotta mend. Make you that banger song that everybody's waiting for, and drop it, bro. Trust me, bro. Like, there's so much money out here to be beefing your own niggas, bro. Like, it's mad. But listen, you lot, tell me what you think about yourself in the comments below. RIP, everyone lost to the LTH and UTH war, and we out. Peace.
Back out, slap it out, short but I bang like Pacquiao. Man just ping it or ching it. If I ain't did it, I still bring back out. Trials probably hit squad, baby, hit squad crazy, rip man's